I'm Dr. Meera Hanagwadi. I'm a clinical psychologist and also an honorary administrator working in Karnataka Hemophilia Society, Davangere. My previous speaker have dealt about what is hemophilia, its complications, and the management. My topic is on psychosocial issues in hemophilia. As hemophilia is genetic and incurable disorder, there are a lot of psychosocial issues involved. And I will not go into detail. And if you have any questions or doubts, I request to ask it at the end of my presentation. I'll try to clarify your doubts. Yes, many parents expect to have a perfect baby. The first and foremost issues that arise early with hemophilia are coping with the diagnosis, balancing difficulties, and overprotectiveness. Hearing that their new baby has bleeding disorder, which is genetic and incurable, parents may feel guilty and can be very stressful. In about 1/3 of hemophilia cases, there will not be any family history at all. Diagnosis of hemophilia can cause emotions like from the level of acceptance to the denial, like rejection. So there will be a lot of doubts or the confusions in the family, fear about the future, irritability, and these feelings can complicate the happiness of the baby's arrival in the family. As the person with hemophilia grows, family situation also change over the time and they face lot of challenges in their life. There will be school problems like school absentees, hence they cannot study well and cannot achieve educational goals. Even job worries, like they cannot get placement of job or cannot be placed in a good job. Financial problems. Due to this, they develop depressive or anxiety disorders. Even divorces happens and also even deaths in the family. Parents, especially mothers, are anxious about their children with hemophilia. If proper education and counseling is not available, they overprotect their children or neglect them. The gene that causes hemophilia is passed from parent to a child, and a mother that carries the gene is called a carrier. Mother in the family is highly victimized, especially in India. Illiteracy and poor socio-economic conditions aggravate the situation. Harassment from the husband and in-laws is common, and she becomes psychologically depressed. Yes, because of repeated joint bleeds and chronic pain, person with hemophilia finds difficult to go to his work and do their daily activities, and this make socio-economic problems for them. We have seen some of the youths with hemophilia blame their mothers for passing her defective gene to him. Because of social isolation, they go into depression. Even alcohol and drug consumption is another risk factors. As the days pass, the marriage issue also becomes a big headache. In relation to the clinical manifestation and associated conditions, quality of life in adolescents and their families is a great challenge. Hemophilia treatment centers should provide psychosocial care as a part of an integrated multidisciplinary approach. Social workers, psychologists, and counselors play a key role in the management of hemophilia. Health professionals at hemophilia treatment centers should play an important role to understand their problems and support the psychosocial needs to patients and their families, like educating them, giving information, and clarifying their doubts, and it helps in understanding patients' problems. Psychosocial support is an important part of comprehensive care for people with hemophilia. In addition to the medical treatment, the responsibility of Hemophilia Treatment Center is to educate families about how to manage hemophilia and helping them find interventions for psychosocial issues. Health professionals provide psychosocial support to the patients with hemophilia and their families in developing strategies to manage with physical, mental, emotional, and social challenges and providing family counseling. Yes, we need to analyze whether a girl or a woman in the family is definite carrier or probable carrier to advise them for carrier detection test. If a girl or a woman is a daughter of person with hemophilia, she becomes definite carriers and need not to advise for carrier detection test. If a girl or a woman has brother with hemophilia, she becomes probable carrier and carrier detection test is advised for her. If a pregnant woman having child with hemophilia and wants to have a second baby, we need to do genetic counseling and advice for prenatal diagnosis. It's a test done with amniotic fluid and confirms whether the fetus has hemophilia or not. If not, then she can continue the pregnancy, and if yes, she can go for medical termination of the pregnancy legally. Here we can prevent the birth of an expensive hemophilic child. Counseling and guidance either individually or groups will help parents to face any challenges in the life. The best opportunity to identify and address the psychosocial needs for children with hemophilia or youths with hemophilia or the mothers and provide psychosocial support is the best way is organizing regular children camps along with their mothers and also the youth camps. I would say camps are the best activity among welfare activities, which makes youths to build self-confidence, easy to make children understand about hemophilia in a playful mood, accept hemophilia and live with it. The ultimate goal is to empower people affected by hemophilia to manage their situations and challenges and become productive citizens of the country. Here I would like to share one or two slides on the activities of children during their admission in the center. When a child comes to the center with bleeding episode, here what we do is, after all the medical treatment, we engage them with drawing and painting by diverting them from pain. And these paintings are displayed in the inpatient ward. And when a visitor comes to the center, we give these paintings as a token of gratitude. Even children feel so happy and we can see a big smile on their faces. Before I conclude, I want to say none can destroy iron, but its own rust can. Likewise, none can destroy a person, but his or her own mindset can. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is success. And this is our dedicated working team, and our commitment continues. Thank you. And here I would like to thank Composite Regional Center, Government of India, and also CRC Davangere, Dr. Gnanavelu, the director, Dr. Ranjit, and Dr. Thamrai Selvan for giving me this opportunity. And thank you one and all.